So in this tutorial, we'll just analyze how to write an essay. So I'm going to take social policy as a case study. Then after that, I'll look at health promotion as a case study. All right. So let's talk about social policy. Now, the first thing to know is you need to download all the PowerPoints in your course outline. That's all the PowerPoints in your lecture. You need to download all of them, and then all the references in your PowerPoint. That is what you read first. You don't need to go to Google and start typing what is social policy. You need to go to the PowerPoints in the lectures, the references that they quoted. When they define social policy, they will say Dean et al. So you trace that reference, and whether it's you copy it out, maybe type it in Google, anywhere, anyhow, try and get those references that they use, those textbooks. But all the textbooks you need in social policy, they are already in the library. It's just for you to find them out and go and read. The definitions are there. All right. So is not to go to Google and type what is social policy. You will not see anything like that. That is not how to read. So that is the number one thing. All the references in your lecture notes, you will have to read all of them. Or when I say read, I don't mean that you have to finish the book. Or how to read is, for example, now the first thing is definition of concepts, right? So you are looking for definition of social policy. What are you going to do? What are you going to do is to gather 5 textbooks on social policy. By the time you have checked the references, you will see some textbooks that they put in the PowerPoint. Get 5 textbooks from there. And only you just open that page or the chapter that said what is social policy, and you read it. So when I say I don't mean you have to read cover to cover. No. In a book, in a page, it may just be one page that you read or one paragraph, and that's all. You put it and go. All right. So this introduction, I wrote it last. So this is not where this essay started. So essay writing, it doesn't start. This is where my essay started from somewhere. This essay, you have to start writing it early. First draft, second draft, third draft, fourth draft, fifth draft. And then be submitting to, you can submit to me. I'll just look at it and correct. So the more corrections you have in your essay, the higher the marks. That is the secret. So the more you submit your essay to people to correct, as like have a look and make comment. Does it make sense? So people should have a look at your essay. That is the secret of getting high mark. So, for example, for the upcoming essays now, you don't need to wait until the last time before you now start saying to people, okay, what am I writing? Is it making sense? No. Once you have written your first draft or first paragraph or first section.
So it's not compulsory the whole 4,000.
Yes. Okay. No, that's the mistake you guys are making. You're waiting for it to complete, because by that time you have made assuming that you are making mistake in the beginning part. Yeah, by that time you have finished making all the mistakes and wasted all your time. So let's say everything starts with definition. That's the secret. And number 2.
Even report.
Wait now, calm down. I'm coming. Just allow me. Now, number 2 is that after every course has principles that are guiding it. So if you talk about health promotion, the next question is, what are the principles of health promotion? Is it not?
Yes.
So if you're reading textbook now, you need to get the principles. Read the principles. Those principles is not Google search that will tell you how to get the principles. It's not, you don't go to internet and start typing principles of health. When they say get 5 principles, you're not gonna type 5 principles of health promotion. You will get junk. The answers are in the textbooks. And textbooks you are not reading to finish. Just get that chapter. Just chapter. When you open the table of contents, you look at the chapter, then tick it and read it, summarize it, and then use your endnotes or any reference, and then reference is simple as that. So I've given you two secrets: definition of concepts, and then um, what are the principles. So if you write an essay and you don't address the principles of that course, you will not pass that essay. That's why if you watch health promotion, they ask you what are the principles of application of what? Principles of public health. Now, in this social policy, now even though they didn't say it, if you check your course outline, there are 5 things in that course outline. I'll be 6. Now your essay must address those 6 things. If you want to pass, you have to address all of them. So I don't have it again. I don't have access to the portal again. So, but you understand what I'm saying. Those 6 things has to be there in the your essay must cover all of them for you to get 80. If you want to get 80, 70, you have to address it. So that's the second point. Now, the third point is that you need to write your essay, use headings. I've given you this again before. Use headings. That means section by section, okay? So if you're writing introduction now, write it for just for practice. Write introduction, even though that here, write introduction. You see how I wrote this one? Introduction, okay? Now, after introduction, under this discussion, here should be what? Background, Abi?
Main body.
So when you're writing your draft, just use headings for the meantime. For the background, you use headings for the meantime. Now, after using headings, by the time you have submitted the essay to different people and they have looked at it and you say, okay, it's now time for you to remove those subheadings. And you now have only words: introduction, discussion, and conclusion. Is that clear?
Yeah.
So now the secret of using a background is because the secret of using subheadings is because if you are not experienced in essay writing, your essay will not be well organized. Let me show you what I mean. I'm going to use this essay as an example. Now look at this one. Application of capability. This is a very good topic. Now, I'm not doing the executive summary. I want to go straight to the introduction. Let's see. Now, introduction should be written last. But here, this thing is looking like more of a background of the essay. Okay, and I'm seeing pictures. So instead of showing you the wrong one, let me use my own as a sample. So as you notice, you know how to write it. So leave the introduction. Let's go straight. You start with your background.
Okay.
Now you need to listen attentively. You got to listen attentively. So every essay starts with what? Background. Now there are 2 parts of an essay, 2 major parts. The first part is the theory, which is what? The course that you are reading. The course is called social policy, is it not?
Yeah.
Now, the second part is what? The topic that you want to write about. So you have to balance these 2 sides and make sure that one is not bigger than the other. Okay? So let me leave this place and just go straight to the definition. Now, this essay can start from here. Remember, I said what's social policy, right? Now, how did I know what to write? It's what from your PowerPoint. You see those things they say, what? Read this, read this. Personal reading, further reading. You have to go and read those things. It's from there that you get things to the topics to write. Okay. So let's talk about definition and critical writing. So number 1, critical writing means defining something in different ways. So that means they don't want you to say there is only one definition. There's no one truth. All right. Now look at how I did this thing. Remember, by now I've read textbooks on social policy. These are all textbooks. All these things I'm putting here now. They are this is theory now. This is not COVID-19. This is theory. So that means if you don't read textbook, how will you know? It's not by going to type what is social policy. How many definitions? You will not see the definition in Google. It will be hard. It's in textbooks, and the textbooks are in the library. So when you go to the librarian, start just or type in social policy, when you get one textbook, look around those areas. You will see other textbooks. Get 5 of it. There's no how you will not get at least 3 definitions of social policy. There's no how you will know that social policy have different definitions. So having read my textbook, I know that social policy has different definitions, right? So personally, I need to define the concepts. What is social policy? Now I started to look at how I introduced it. You see, each definition has been on the heart of what debates in the academia. There is no consensus. When the lecturer sees this kind of English, that it will make you good because that is critical writing. So critical writing means there's no one definition. All right. So, and you can see I'm giving enough citation. You see, I'm giving 3 here. I'm giving 2 here. I'm giving citation. I'm giving things that the lecturer. Remember, I told you that I've gotten my references from my PowerPoint. All right, okay. Then go to the live and got those textbooks, right? So these things I'm showing here now, some of them are in the textbook. If you watch, for speaker is in the PowerPoint. Okay, then other textbooks around that library section, the other social policy textbooks. The people that will mark your essay are people that have PhD. So once you mention the authors they know, they will know that you have read. If you go and just go and use Google and be doing guesswork, they will know that this one is not reading. So if you cite, imagine me that okay, ordinary social policy. If I'm the one marking you now, and I didn't see per speaker, I didn't see some major authors that I know that anyhow, if you want to read, once you mention social policy, you must talk about per speaker.
Okay.
Or other common authors. So how will I know you read? There are common things occur commonly. So the PowerPoint will guide you on the references to use, at least for intro. Then you expand. You know, when you go to the library session, you will see further social policies. So this is critical writing. You see that there is no consistency. That is critical writing. Okay. So it tells you that is this one now is theory. The theory, I told you there are 2 parts. This is theory. Now look at this one. The concept has been polarized into 2 competing ideologies. You see, that is what critical writing. So having read wide, I know that there are 2 big ideologies. That is critical writing. This one is what critical writing. There is no consensus. So if I say there is not a consensus, that means I need to give like maybe 3. I need to summarize 3 definitions, right?
Definition.
Okay. So one views it as this way. Are you seeing that? That is your critical writing. That's what they're looking at. Okay. Why the other views it as this way? When you use these kind of words, that show them that you have read. Okay, that is critical writing. So when you're asking me what's critical writing, start from your definition of concepts. All right. Now, having defined social policy, if you remember your PowerPoint, you see that question: what is welfare? That is how I knew that I need to define welfare. So if you don't read the PowerPoint, there's no how you know what to write. There's no how you know the important things to write. So reading your PowerPoint will guide you. All those questions they say, go and read. You have to read them, and you have to make your notes around them. So how I knew I'm supposed to write about welfare is because I've read my PowerPoint. I know that welfare and well-being is the next thing I need to discuss. Right? So that's why I linked to this one. So here now you can have a subheading for someone that is still practicing how to write it. You can have a subheading, welfare. So why I haven't subheading now is like your essay will be guided as like I cannot come inside social policy here and I'm talking about welfare. See this whole place now. This is a chunk. This whole chunk is talking about one thing. So they are marking what they are marking the ability of your essay to be what to be to have a flow. So each paragraph should be centered around a particular topic. Okay, so if you are still starting up and you don't know how to do it, the best thing for you to do is just So like here is what? Here is definition of what?
Social
Social
policy.
policy. So as someone that is starting, that's how you'll be writing it for now. Okay, then when you are finished writing it, you can now start. So you will now know, okay, this whole area is all about different right, right, right. Now you come here, you talk about what welfare, you give your heading,
Okay.
right? So critical writing means what? That there is no one definition of what welfare. You see that? So you watch how I did it now. There are some languages I use. There are some languages I use. Can you see this one?
Argues
Williams
that.
argues that 1, 2, 3, 4. That is one idea. That's one definition. As in one summary. Remember, I'm using my own words. I'm not copying them. Okay. Now, see critical writing here. This is contrary. That's critical writing. This thing now is critical writing. These are the words that we're looking for. When you say critical writing, there is no. I hope you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. So this is critical writing now. And this is a contrary view of something. So anytime you define something, you can just go to Google and type critique of welfare or criticism of welfare. Just go to Google Scholar or Google Scholar. If you don't know the contrary argument, you can just say critique of welfare.
Okay.
Criticism of welfare in social policy. You see some articles. You just find one argument against it and counter it. You know, you can even go to live itself and get. If in fact, if you go to Facebook live, you see how they criticize. So anything you think, you
Okay.
you find authors that counter it,
I can't hear you.
right?
You're low. Okay.
All right. So anything you're writing, try to everything that has advantage has
Okay.
disadvantage. All right then.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just giving you an example of so I'm showing you how to use it. Argument and what counter
Yes.
argument. Okay. Now,
Okay.
likewise is what similarity. I
Similarities.
see those are the things that they're looking out for. So if you're saying a similar idea, they're using similar idea, then
Okay.
you use likewise similarly. Okay. Furthermore, now if you're saying on the contrary, you now use something like although,
Although.
however, but
Okay.
these are what contrary. So we want to be seeing the flow of your thoughts. So can you see that each of my paragraph has an element of critical writing in it, either in terms of
Yes.
definition, in terms of like competing ideas. Those are the keywords. Okay, so that is the example of critical writing from the um um. Okay, so now I want to show you something again. Can you see this one here? One can deduce that
This is
that thing is called what? It is called the author's voice.
author's voice. Okay.
That is like other people have said 1, 2, 3, 4. Then what did you say? Now can you see that I said this guy's opinion. This is what he said here. All right.
Yes.
What he said. Okay. But then can you see how I brought my voice from this guy's voice? What one can deduce that is your other's voice. You now say what you feel. This is your own voice. You didn't copy from anywhere.
Okay.
Okay, that is what you understand. So those are the things. So I've shown you one way of doing it. Once define it, argue it, counter argue, or support it, and then bring in your what author's
Mm.
voice. What you think. Okay, so now that is self-fair. Now I'm also still under. I'm not even finished. I spent so much time. Okay, so on the other hand, social policy can be viewed from the viewpoint of what social problems addressing social problems. So it is from textbook that you get these things. It's from textbook.
Yes.
All the arguments are in the textbook. Go and read them. There's no need of wasting so much time in Google. If you don't read textbook, you don't know what you will not know what to you will not know what to do. Okay. Okay, so if you don't read your textbook, you will not know what to uh you will not know what to write in the essay. If you go and use Google, or you go and give somebody to write it, somebody that doesn't even the person not in public health, is a professor in that area. Sorry for you. You have to read the PowerPoint, and then what? From your textbooks, you will get all the ideologies. So you look for competing ideologies, different viewpoints. I hope you're getting me.
Yeah.
So you can see that word viewpoint. Hmm? So critical writing is what? Different viewpoints. That is critical writing, different viewpoints. Okay? Different viewpoints, okay? Different opinions, okay? Contrary, similarly, argues that those things are what? The signs that you are critical. So you can see now, can you see that each paragraph is addressing one thing? Abi?
Yeah.
Is not scattered. Now compare this essay to what you to this essay now that is poorly written. Now look at the introduction. Look at the introduction. So no, not me. Let's just go to anywhere. Okay, now let's say okay, now let's look at this now. Gaweski defines social policy as 1, 2, 3, 4. How does Gaweski link to Mitchell and Harvey? According to Mitchell and Harvey, social policy implies. So can you see that the level of writing now, the level of thinking is different here? Can you see that? Hope it's clear.
Please repeat. You are sounding faint.
Okay, I said this is an essay that is poorly written. So
Okay.
compared to the previous paragraph I showed you in my essay, look at this paragraph. It's just four sentences. Is there any level of
Okay.
critical thinking in it? No.
No.
Okay. Very few references. Can you see that only 1, 2, and then
So
is there any logic between Gaweski and Mitchell?
no. It
Okay.
doesn't show if
So,
they counter
so
or
there is no
agree.
so I don't even know whether is this guy supporting this guy or is he I don't even know. Okay. Then there is insufficient what reference.
Information.
Okay. Now,
Okay.
how does this paragraph link to this one? How does after the definition of social policy, then we now went straight to holistically mitigate implement of this thing. Can you see? So can you see that is scattered? There's no logic. Okay. So
Okay.
critical writing means what? Having what? Logical flow of your essay. Let me show you what logical flow is. Now look at I said after I said there is no consensus in definition of social policy, right? Now he said it has been polarized into two. Okay, so everything here is about social policy. Okay, okay. So now I want to talk about welfare. Hmm?
Yeah.
I want to talk about welfare. But how do I link social policy to welfare? Are you listening to me?
Yes.
Listen very well. Oh. How do I link social policy to welfare now? Can you see this last sentence? Huh?
And to the extent should control.
So I find a way of linking the previous paragraph, okay, to gently introduce, as in to have a keyword that will link me to the next paragraph. So by the time you are finished giving your subheadings to your various section in the essay, then if I want to remove this subheading now, I need to find a way
Yeah.
to introduce this welfare without this subheading. So that is what you do at the end of the essay. By the time you are finished writing, as like by the time you are finished writing the essay section by section, then you have to now remove all these subheadings and then find a way of linking one section to another section. So now I found out from reading that the aim of social policy is welfare. All right. So I had to find a way of introducing welfare without subheading. and that's what that's called what linking, and that's what logical flow. So we don't want you to write a essay with subheadings, okay? So, but for at least when you are still doing that, use your subheadings. Then by the time you want to remove the subheadings, you ask yourself, how can I introduce my second line of thought without having a subheading? So can you see this one? So it's called thinking. All right, or logical what flow. I hope you are following me.
Yes.
Okay. Now let me show you other examples of thinking or logical flow. Now this is health promotion essay. Okay. Now let me just go straight to let me see whether I'll see a good linking. A good linking. Okay. Now look at this one. Now all these in this previous paragraph, we are talking about the burden of obesity, relationship between household income, ethnicity, and childhood obesity is highly. So that's so now I'm coming to this. I'll analyze this. Now, after discussing this whole English here, I need another subheading, right? So how did I link it? You can link it at the end of the previous paragraph, that is somewhere here, okay? Or you can link it at the beginning of the second paragraph. Are you getting me? So you can use. So now look at here. There was no linking at the end of the paragraph, but there was a linking at the beginning of the paragraph. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
So I said I'm trying to find a way of linking previous paragraph to this one, and then introduce the next part. So I said what? Having identified the big burden. So that means everything here I was saying before, everything I was saying here was all about burden, right? So having identified the big burden of obesity, the UK government made concrete efforts to tackle problem using health and public health what principles. So on a normal day, here should be what principles of what
Principles
of public health. That's the title. That's the title. Okay. So, but I'll put it and then I have to find a way to do what to introduce my next session. I use it. So this is called linking. So here is about the previous paragraph, while from here down is what the next paragraph, the next what is telling the writer what I want to write next. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Good. So that is what good. Can you see it? So the light blue is what linking to the old paragraph, right? While the green is linking to the next paragraph. You see that? And I have removed the subheading now. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
Good. So these are the things that they are marking. When you say academic writing, this is what is academic writing in practical terms. Okay. Let me see whether I'll see another linking. Okay. Let me see. Let me see whether I'll see a good linking again.
That linking is it for every, you have to link every paragraph to the next.
All I know is that make sure that your paragraphs flow from one to another. I don't know whether you want to call it link to. Make sure that each one. Now look at this one here.
Okay.
I talked about towards the ending. I was mentioning about. Can you see the keywords here? Health promotion. Are you seeing promotion of health? Are you seeing it?
Yes.
These are keywords. Okay. I'm gradually telling the person that I want to write about health by echoing those keywords. Now, what is the next section? About health promotion. Are you seeing that?
Okay. Yeah.
So you can find a way. Make sure that either it's keywords. I don't know how you do that. All I know is that if you don't know what to do, do some headings and then ask yourself if someone is reading about reading this paragraph, will it logically flow into the next paragraph? So remember here I was trying to stress the history of health promotion. Remember, okay? I see here I was about the history of health promotion. Now this essay is not about is not they didn't say how analyze history of health promotion. They didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I should not waste time trying to analyze the history of health promotion. So that is where other people they learn spend time analyzing health, spend the of health. What the essay is on what principles. So you need to make sure that your essay that you measure on the method, like minor and on the mind. So you give quality time to the main thing in the essay. So why I wrote about history of essay is why I wrote about history of health is because in the learning outcome, I think it should be number 2 or so. There are five learning outcomes. You see where they said what history of health promotion. So I am looking at the learning outcome to make sure that my essay covers everything, all those 5 sections, and that's why I wrote something about it. Okay, so
Okay.
Okay, then I hope you're following me.
You're sounding low.
Are you following me?
Yeah, we are hearing you now.
Okay, so now let me see. Okay, now another good thinking here. I'm trying to think. So he said what? I said what at this juncture. This is another linking again. I've removed the subheading. And so here now I didn't have any word to link this other the previous paragraph. That's which is about principle. I didn't have any other word to link it with, as in to link it with principles of obesity now. Okay,
Yeah.
so I now said what at this point the author will move on towards a critical discussion of principles of health promotion. Okay, so
Yes.
to childhood obesity. So there should be health promotion here. Okay, so that is what childhood obesity. All right. So
Yeah.
then that means this section here now is about childhood obesity now. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what else is writing? Underpin your principles or underpin anything you are writing with a theory. Okay, let's go back to social policy. Let me use that one. Okay, so now I've told you now different viewpoints, you know. So look at this. When you hear words like this, however, this guy's definition is not without criticism. That is critical writing.
Okay.
Remember, I defined something. Okay, this is a
Yeah.
definition. I quoted it. Then I'm not supposed to just quote it and leave it like that, assuming it's something that is important. So I have to what? Find the critique. The critique is in a textbook.
Yeah.
Then from textbook you can now go to internet. It's not from internet to textbook. It's from textbook to internet. That is how it flows. So now I've already identified two critiques or thereabouts that's criticize this. Okay,
Okay.
okay. So that is what they are looking for. So if I check the essay on depression, there is little or no critique. So when you have little or no critique in your essay, you're gonna get low marks. That is descriptive, right? So here, so I spent so much time in trying to define social policy because you shouldn't spend so much time in trying to define it. And so I spent so much time here, and it affected me in terms of managing the sections. All right.
Okay.
So now, how did I know that I'm supposed to talk about social control? If you take a PowerPoint, you will see where they told you to read social control. So it is your work to take the things that they told you in your PowerPoint and go to the library and find those and read them. So social control is a tool of social control. How do I know it? You don't know it by using the internet. You know it by going to the textbook in the library and read it. So when you have now known, okay, there's something called social control, then you can now go to the internet and then browse more. So you can now say, you can say now, if your topic is depression, you cannot type something like social control. Social control in UK. Have you seen it? So by the
Yeah.
time you have read the theory, I told you there are two uh, aspects in an essay. You have the theory, and then you have your
The
topic. Good. So now all this while I've been talking about theory up to now. Now, I'm trying to address the principles of social policy. So everything, can you see, can be viewed from what? Two perspectives. That is critical writing. I hope this is very clear now. You will not make any mistake again in the essay. I see I'm always seeing two perspectives, two opinions, valid opinions, debatable. Those are the what critical writing words. Are you seeing that? So now can you see one views this as this, okay? Why the other sees this as this. Are you seeing it?
Yes.
That is critical writing. So there is no one definition. Okay. Now, all these things now are in your textbooks. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think up to this point, I don't to be explaining these things to you again, because I've said it. If you watch the essay, you see that I'm doing the same thing over and over and again, over and over again. Okay, so over and over again. So I've done a video on social policy very well. It's on YouTube. Yeah. So you watch that video. I'm not going to come here and start repeating the things I've done before, but I'm just trying. The purpose is just to show you what is critical writing. Now, can you see that word again? Highly debatable in literature. That's a critical word. Okay. All right. So how do I know I'm supposed to write whether welfare should be provided by the welfare state or left in face of freedom is high? How do I know that idea? It's from your PowerPoint, because you are told to what? If you check in your PowerPoint, they ask you who is responsible for welfare. If you check your PowerPoint, you see that kind of question, even if it's not accurate, but then it's something like that. So is when you read your PowerPoint, you see the things that you're supposed to read, and then you go to the library and read around those topics and answer the questions. That is how to get high marks in all these things. It's not this essay now. I got 80 in this essay. This particular essay, this social policy, I got 80 in it. So is getting 70 is hard work, but then and you enjoy it if you are properly guided, like the way I'm guiding you now. Okay. So if you do the right thing, you always get them the right marks. Check your learning outcomes, read your PowerPoint, get all the references in your PowerPoint, and scan the references and then select them and read around them. So that's how you know what to write. So I want to highlight something else that I didn't. Okay. Now, I wanted to write about. Now, how do I know to write about needs? If you watch your
Can
PowerPoint,
hear you.
how do I know I'm supposed to write about needs? Because it said what the principles of, if you read your textbook, you see principles of what social policy. You see concept of need. Okay? You will hear about concept of need. So, all right. So now, and then can you see concept of equality, social policy? Okay. So I've talked about theory. All these are just theory part. Okay. So let me show you how to now bring in your own topic. All right. Hello, are you still there?
Yes. Yeah.
Good. So now your essay is not, it shouldn't be just theory, like only textbook. Remember that you are supposed to write a topic on a topic, and your topic is
Mm.
depression. Okay, so to illustrate it very, very well, I'm going to get a section. Let me get a good paragraph that illustrates it, applies it to topic. Let me see. All these ones are still I'm still in theory here. Okay. Now let's say, okay. Now I was supposed to discuss. Remember the key thing is capability approach. Okay, I was supposed to discuss
Mm.
capability approach. So that's why I spent time in trying to discuss it at this juncture. Okay. Now I discussed capability approach. Okay, so now look at, I said I introduced it here, and then I said why I said that was our capability approach is good for COVID-19. Is good to analyze COVID-19 lockdown policy. because of the impact on the quality of life of adults in the UK. Okay, so because it combines what both economic and socio-economic aspects. So now you need to say, okay, you want to use capability approach, or you want to use any other model you like, because of what 1, 2, 3, 4. That is justification. Justification. So why do you want to use capability approach on your topic? Why? And then back it up with your reference. Okay. Good. So I want to show you a good example. I can't really see a good example from here. So all these things are all capabilities, capability framework, all of them. And I even criticized it too, but I've not yet applied it to my topic. So remember, there are two parts in the essay. You have the theoretical part, and then you have what the part that applies to your topic, which is application. So all these things are all theory. And you see, what criticism. That is critical writing. Now give 2 or 3 criticism, okay, of it. So now from here, okay, is application.
Okay.
So the lecturer must see the theoretical part, at least to show that you read it. Okay? And then if you have to apply that thing that you read, your topic. Okay. So this is one way you can do it. Let's you can do the theory first, and then follow it up with what the application part. Okay. But then I will show you a different way that you can do it from my health promotion essay. So now from here now is application of capability approach to my own topic. For me to understand it, I have to watch YouTube videos. I have to do Google search. You type it in Google, capability approach applied towards depression. By the time you watch 3 videos,
Okay.
you have to watch videos until you understand something. I type in capability approach applied to what? Depression. As simple as that. Okay, there's no how you will not get something. By the time if you got is not coming, you go to YouTube. Watch it. Watch different videos on. See, are you seeing all these videos? Now watch it.
Yeah.
By the time you watch five, you must understand capability approach. That's why we have free internet. You teach yourself. Watch 5 videos on capability approach until you understand it, and then you'll be able to now know how to apply it to your topic. Okay. So, and then you can even search for journals. So if I say capability approach in depression, even if it's not UK. Remember, you can get, even if it's in Ghana or anywhere. I just remove this one. Now I'm seeing. I want to include depression. I want to make sure that I'll put it. So by this my future. But if you start like that, somehow now, okay, I'm seeing something about. I don't know. You can open. So by the time you search like that, you will see where they applied it to depression, and then you will see how they applied it. You see how they apply sense probability approach applied to depression. So that is how you get the example. So I've done a lot of before I wrote here. I had to understand. I had to watch so many videos to understand what probability approach is all about. Then read articles to see how it is applied in lockdown. That's to my topic. Okay. So now the topic I'm working on is on COVID-19 policy. That's because all those COVID-19 regulations trying to use probability approach. So I've explained this concept in the further video, so I'll not waste time to explain it here. So from here is my topic. That shows that I understood it. I also cited the journals. I found some of the ideas that I'm writing. I can see I cited two journals here. And I mentioned some of the policies that they have already done in the past. Okay. Okay. So check the first video. I'll also put this video on YouTube as a backup too, so that those that want to learn, those that want to learn can also learn. Now, here I now said the calculator approach has a physical application in the lockdown policy. This is what the lecturer wants to see. How are you able to apply it? Uh, Remember from here, I've already understood it. So now I'm now applying it to my topic. So if you don't apply it to your topic, you're gonna get low marks. All right. Now remember the same way, everything must I must pick everything will. I said, however, that is what wait, once you say however, that's analysis now. I want to I use it has some negative what impact. So critique means advantages and disadvantages. That's critical writing. Anything that has part, okay,
Mm.
that's a good part. And then so I'll go to Google and type critique of what COVID-19 lockdown. You see that? So so it had an impact on individual capability. It has a negative impact on ability to like people. So I've explained these things in the former video. So I went to
Yeah.
a time here. Good. So I hope by now your confidence level on critical writing now over 10. Can you rate yourself? What was it before and what is it now that you have learned that have taught you?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, you said that should.
Rate your confidence level in critical writing now based on what I've shown you. Before now, over 10, and then after you have learned after I've taught you now, over 10. Tell me your confidence level over 10 before and after
Okay,
in thoughts.
before let's say 4, but now like 7, 8.
Okay, all right. That's good. Okay, so um, how then I'm supposed to write about social norms? Is in your PowerPoint. Listen, these social norms influence compliance. So you get this the idea. So you need to balance the theory and application, right? So
Okay.
how then I'm supposed to write about leadership? Remember, with the aim is with application to what leadership. So if you miss that
Okay.
leadership part, you will still get low marks. So look at your learning outcome very well.
Okay.
Cover all the things. So I knew that I'm supposed to write about leadership because it's the learning outcome that's I'm supposed to write about leadership. So from here now is about leadership. Okay.
Okay.
Before I wrote this chapter, I had to watch different videos. Okay, to about them. Okay, I checked the PowerPoint. Remember, there are different types. So, but I'm looking for the one that applies to my topic. Okay, so
Okay.
that time I was trying to go how do now use August Scholar. I was trying to type something like COVID-19 and leadership, leadership styles. Okay, because by that time I've read the different leadership styles. They just mentioned them in the PowerPoint. But I'm looking for an example that applies to my topic.
Okay.
So I couldn't see. Remember, I read about different types. I just mentioned them: contingency leadership, situational complexity leadership. I, these are the things I could find. But then I was lucky to find one article that applied to my COVID-19.
Okay.
So I just managed to summarize that article, and that was on complexity leadership. So you need to find an article that a um, applies leadership to control of depression in the UK. So if you take your PowerPoint, you see different leadership styles. So
Okay.
okay, so you read about them and then choose one and then do some search to find out how it is related to depression or as your topic, and then you're
Okay.
right. So this is after reading that article and watching some videos, and I now came up with this paragraph just to complete my learning outcome. Okay? And then remember your topic implications for effective leadership. Implications for leadership. So what are the implications of that leadership style? So I now explain this because this is after watching videos. When you watch videos, you get understanding. It's not about just videos. When you watch different videos, I can watch up to 10 videos on it. And once you understand it,
You're
Uh,
sounding
I,
low.
so I said I can watch up to 10 videos to understand a
Okay.
particular topic. So once you understand it, you can write in your own words. So if
Okay.
you read journals and you don't understand it, go to YouTube, watch videos, watch 10 videos on that topic. You understand it. All
Yeah.
right. So
Okay.
now this is one way of doing your stuff. Then another way, um,
You're sounding low.
can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Good. All right. Somebody is joining. Okay, nobody. All right. So another way you can do it is mixing everything together in one paragraph.
Okay.
So, for example, let me find a very good example. Okay. Now look at this paragraph here. Principles of health promotion. So now this one is on empirical evidence.
Mm.
Remember, I've read my textbook. Oh, all these things are from textbooks. Two approaches to empirical evidence are. Can you see that those critical writing? Hmm?
Yeah.
So the first line in every paragraph is called a topic sentence. So
Okay.
the first line of the paragraph is like is acting as the header,
Okay.
like the subheading. So it must tell the lecturer what that whole paragraph is all about. So that is the secret too.
Okay.
So apart from linking to the previous paragraph, the work of the first line of every paragraph is to tell the author this is what this paragraph is all about. So that first line of the paragraph is called the topic sentence. So the topic sentence should introduce firmly what the whole paragraph is all about. So you can, from here you can see now that this whole paragraph is all about empirical evidence, right? All right.
Okay.
So here is the formula. Introduce your topic sentence. Okay, introduce the paragraph with your topic sentence.
Okay.
Okay, if there are different definitions, briefly state it. Okay, different approaches, different ideas.
Okay.
Okay, then the third one is what underpin it with a theory. If there's a relevant theory, whether it's
Okay.
social policy or health promotion, underpin it with that theory. The number four is what give an example.
Okay.
Give your own personal example. That means I'm applying to my topic now.
Okay.
Remember they said application. So
Yes.
apply it to your topic. So you can see here now, I applied it to my topic. And then the last one is what? The critical
Critical.
analysis. So if you follow this formula I'm giving you now, for every subject, for any paragraph you're writing, if you follow this formula, you get high marks. So introduce the concept, identify the
Okay.
debates, whether it's advantages or disadvantages. If there's any theory, it's not every time, but if there's a theory that is good,
Okay.
like maybe Ottawa Charter, whatever. Any
Okay.
theory, like if it's in social policy, power, and all that, introduce it, then put in your example, and then give your critical analysis, and then give your author's voice. Okay, so however, author's voice is like, therefore, one can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is author's voice. Okay,
Okay.
so I think I've taught you critical analysis very well now.
Yeah.
Good. So any question before I round out this session? I want to log out now. Okay.
Okay. So how
So
do we
I'm going to
do?
put this on YouTube so that you can always watch it and also share to upcoming masters students
Okay.
too. Yep. Any question?
Yes. So
Yep.
reports. So how do we go about doing a report?
No, reports. You include your instead of you can use appendix in reports. You can include just like that's your essay that you did now. That
Okay.
looks like a report. It's more like a report. Like you're including pictures. Everything is
Okay.
just going like that. That's normal essay. That's report. Okay. You
Okay.
can also use an appendix.
Perfect. Okay.
So one more thing in social policy, if you check all the things that you're supposed to read in your PowerPoint, you see something like medicalization. You see something like power.
Mm.
You see them mentioning those kind of things. If you go and read those things, you will get marked. You cannot write social policy without writing about power, without writing about needs, those key concepts. Key
Okay.
concepts of social welfare. There are concepts. Go and they are in the textbook. Go and get them.
Yeah.
They're all inside the textbook. Okay. So
Okay.
yeah, yeah. So they're all there. They're all there. Um, um. Wait. Let me see. There's one more thing. I didn't say. Let's see whether I will get it. Uh, okay, I lost my health needs assessment essay. So there's something that's called medicalization.
Okay.
Medicalization. You don't know whether it's a social policy or in health needs assessment. It should be in health needs assessment. Should be in, yeah. Medicalization is a process by which human condition problem come to be defined and treated as medical conditions. Okay. So go and I'll not spend more time. Go and watch videos on medicalization
Okay.
and power. How
Mm.
does how does medicalization relate with power? The key man there is called Michael Foucault. Did people come across him in social policy? Michael Foucault.
Thanks. I
So
can't.
go and study Michael Foucault and power. I don't know whether it's in social policy. To be in social policy, okay. Michael Foucault, power and medicalization.
Mm.
Yeah, I think you will come across it both in health needs assessment and in social and
Okay.
yeah, of course. So go and you check your PowerPoints, get the references there, and go to library, read about it. In fact, what I did my own is because of time, there was not much
Mm.
time. So what I did was to get the PowerPoint. You know, there are places that they quoted this Michael Foucault.
Okay.
So there are places that they quoted. So I got the textbook that they quoted, the actual textbook, and I found that quotation that they posted there. Like if I get the textbook, I can copy the textbook and paste it in Google.
Okay.
Then I'll get the I can copy the quotation now in the PowerPoint, put this in Google, and then maybe Google will tell me the textbook.
Mm.
Or sometimes they will list the reference there. When they put something in the PowerPoint, they normally put the reference. So you go and get that particular textbook and then find that quotation that they wrote. Is that
Okay.
so, so I think thank God. So what's your confidence level right now? You are ready to get 8 now. Okay?
Eh?
Are you ready to get 8 now in your subsequent essays now?
Yes.
It's all this I've said now.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I wish you the best. So I will
Thank
drop the
you.
link I'll put this on YouTube. This tutorial
Okay.
now I'll put on YouTube and then I'll also
Okay.
send the link so
All right.
that
Thank
other
you.
people can learn. Okay.
Okay. All
All
right.
right. So
Thank you.
bye bye.
All right.
Good night.
Thank you.
Yep.
Okay. Good night.